Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm just going to do a quick little technical analysis review of both charts and tell you what I think is going to happen, which won't matter because I'm just some dude on the internet. You should not take this as financial advice. Anything I say is strictly for entertainment and educational purposes only. So, yeah. Now, jumping into Bitcoin, first thing that I do want to show you is let's jump into the 1 month chart over here. And I've been talking about this on Twitter and I've been talking about this on my YouTube videos. So opening up the 1 month chart, you can see that we're bouncing off the 20 EMA, which is very important and which is basically the support band of a bull market, because each time you've lost the 20, well, actually, I'm not going to be able to show you on this chart because Binance doesn't track. Actually, let me just do that. Okay, so this is the monthly chart on Bitstamp, and you can see that each time you start losing the 20 EMA on the monthly chart, you end up entering the bear market. So for example, here, October 1st, 2018, you lost the 20 EMA and then you entered an extended bear market right up until April of 2019, and from there you started moving up. Then we had the COVID dump here below the 55 EMA, even we had that strong wick. And yeah, as you can see over here, you did have a move to the downside. You start losing the 20 EMA and you enter that extended bear market. So we haven't seen that. We haven't seen any of that on Bitcoin as of yet. Yeah, we jump back to the Binance chart. So we haven't seen any of that right now. We're moving very nicely off of the 20 EMA, and from now, what I'm expecting is a break of resistance, because to be fair with you, we have been, going sideways with this 2021 move, with this 2021 year basically. And as you can see, we are in a range over here. Let me just get that straight knob on for you. So we were trading in this range throughout 2021, and eventually what I do think is going to happen is we're going to have a massive break to the upside, blow off top, and we enter the bear, maybe for a couple of months. So that's what I personally think is going to happen, because we are still going to get a bear market, in my opinion. People have been talking about, people have been saying no bear markets every single time we were in a bull market. They said that we are going to be entering a super cycle and whatnot. But basically what I'm trying to say is that we are going to enter a bear market, and that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. So as you can see, we are in this range. You are going to break out of it at one point, and that will be glorious, guys. So right now it's a accumulation phase of the bull market. Jumping into the weekly chart, we haven't had any sort of bear market signals over here. Yes, we started losing the 55 EMA on the weekly chart, which was quite negative. We ran our head into that EMA and we got rejected back down. As you can see, we haven't lost the May/July bottom, which is great. And right now, as you can see, you're breaking through the 55 EMA. The weekly EMAs came back closer together, and now they will be ready for that spring to the upside. They get closer and they have that EMA squeeze, and then that basically happens and the price goes absolutely parabolic. So that's something that we are expecting to happen here. So anyone who was saying that this is a bear market, basically you see a couple of red candles and you say that it's a bear market, when in reality a bear market looks like this, guys. This is what a bear market is. When you're below the EMAs, when you have the bearish cross on the weekly chart, this is not a bear market, guys. This is just a double top pattern here, and this is just a trading channel that we've started over here, and we're going to break out of it eventually. Opening up the stochastic RSI on the weekly chart, we're in the oversold. We are going to get to the overbought here, guys, and that's the time to be taking profits, at least some profits if you're planning to do that. Also, we're waiting for the confirmation of the uptrend here on the weekly chart, with the MACD printing a bullish cross. So this is when the moving average, the yellow line, crosses above the signal line, and this is a lagging indicator, so this will happen only after the uptrend had already begun. but that will be your sort of confirmation indicator. And jumping back into the RSI over here, we're sitting at a neutral position on the index of 46.5. So really, there's nothing to be worried about, guys. What you should be worried about is not being able to buy your favorite altcoins at these low prices, because honestly, I would like Bitcoin to come back down below the 55 EMA and just let me accumulate more, because institutions are buying in. People are buying in this. There is not much Bitcoin left in circulation. To be honest with you, it's a lot less than we've had in 2017. So it's going to be a lot easier to push the price up, and that's what the market makers are going to do eventually, because it doesn't make sense for them to be buying and accumulating a lot of Bitcoins and not have a massive, end to this bull market. So that's it for Bitcoin. Let's jump into Ethereum right now and see what's going on with the Ether token over here. Jumping into the weekly chart, pretty much exact same thing happened over here. We had the move below the 55 EMA. The EMAs just came back closer together. The 20 just got a bit closer to the 55 because this gap is unhealthy in between the EMAs. So now they got back closer, and then you can have your next move to the upside. So on the weekly chart, absolutely healthy. Let's check the 1 month chart over here and see what's going on. On the 1 month chart, we had a bounce off the 20 EMA as well. That was back in January. We had a wick below it even, and now we opened up a candle above the 20. So things are looking good for Ethereum over here. As you can see, we have been in the overbought for a very long time here. Now we had the move to the downside, so now we can potentially start our next leg up. The stochastic is moving to the oversold here on the monthly, so we may start reversing from here and going into the second quarter of 2022. Now, jumping into the weekly chart, the stochastic is in the oversold as well. The RSI hasn't gone into the oversold here, but it was fairly close to the oversold zone at the index of 38 here. So this was a great entry zone for Ethereum, and we're waiting for the bullish cross on the MACD as well. So right now what can happen potentially is that we may run into the 20 EMA as resistance, come back down to the 55, bounce off of that, and then have the spring to the next level over here. So let me just spread out a Fibonacci retracement here and see what this will tell us. So we have our May high. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, and let me just adjust it. So this is how I set up the fibs. I use the May high and the low of July, and we basically just went above that, slightly above that. So I'm just gonna adjust the Fibonacci to this swing high, and we're gonna start targeting. So right now we're running into the golden ratio here of the Fibonacci retracement. So once we break through the golden ratio at 3,241, backtest that as support, you're pretty much set to take out the previous all-time high. And then you are looking at the 1.618 here at $9,500, well, $9,400 per Ethereum coin. So that's something that I'm eyeballing because that's the 1.618 target. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what this does, guys. Let's see how this plays out. Let me know what are your targets for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I just realized that I didn't do Bitcoin's targets, but we're gonna jump into Bitfinex, I think, or what should we do? Yeah, so there's the chart with the targets for Bitcoin. So what I'm eyeballing for Bitcoin is $108,000 here, because that's the 1.618, you guessed it. We have the 1.618 over here. We're starting to break through the 0.5 on the Fibonacci. Once we break through the golden ratio at $47,500, that's your key indicator that you're flipping absolutely bullish and you're ready to take out the swing high here. And then we're gonna take out the 1.618 at $107,000 per Bitcoin. Do we go higher than that? I don't know. Next up, we have $147,000 up here. We may get overextended to $200,000 up here. Nobody knows how far we're gonna go. Make sure to have your targets and take profits along the way, guys. Feel free to check out our Telegram chat and our Discord server. We have great communities over there. I do post technical analysis on Twitter as well, so feel free to follow me on Twitter and check out our Patreon. It's a great way to get a lot more exclusive content on Patreon. We have around about 60 posts per month. I post 2 to 4 times a day. And we have low cap gem calls, buy and sell alerts, mid cap project highlights, market sentiment analysis, and technical analysis requests, video requests, anything you guys want. It's all there on Patreon. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye and good night.